This is, without a doubt, one of the best blasters ever made, and one of the best blasters Hasbro has ever made. You don't believe me? So at the time, this was my absolute favorite Elite 2.0 blaster, and this is number 3. So these Motoblitz, Turbine, and Phoenix are my top 3 favorite Elite 2.0 blasters, and the Phoenix being a awesome reskin of the Stripe with a buttery smooth trigger pull, the Turbine of course being a awesome full auto powerhouse for a reasonable price. Only bad thing is a terrible mag release, but it's okay. But the Motoblitz, oh, this is the best Elite 2.0 blaster, and this will forever be the best Elite 2.0 blaster. I mean, come on, it's a Raven with a onto-mounted 6-dart shotgun that only takes 8 pumps. And I really like this magazine. A lot of people have been having problems with their magazine, like it works good, but it doesn't spring as well as others. And I've been having little problems with that, but not a whole lot. So this magazine definitely works a lot better than the Turbine 18-round stick magazine. I have 3 of these magazines, and they work okay, but they definitely have its problems compared to the Motoblitz mag. But man, this thing is amazing. You just get a bunch of blaster for only $42 freaking dollars. I mean, 6-dart shotgun, 10-round magazine, semi-auto flywheeler, and the cool thing is, it's a bullpup blaster, and bullpups are where the magazines are located in the back instead of the front. There are a lot of blasters that have magazines in the front, such as the Cyclonic, the BASRL, the Phoenix, the Turbine, the Regulator, the Modulus, the Retaliator, the Alpha Trooper. We got the Strife. I actually got 2 of these bad boys. I actually like that look with the 6-rounder. I know I'm not really going to use 6 rounds in this thing, but man, that looks pretty cool. I like how compact that is. It doesn't really get in the way. The grip is super comfortable. That rev trigger is also really good. Firing trigger is also really smooth. Not as smooth as my Phoenix, but you know, pretty smooth. And this, the Phoenix and the Turbine, are the only 3 flywheel blasters in the Elite 2.0 line, so very cool that I have those. The scope is unusable because this part is way too high and the scope is mounted way too low in order to look at it. So if you really want to look through the scope, you have to hold it like this, which is not all that great. Pump grip for the shotgun is also really comfortable. You got a top tack rail, so if you want to put another scope on, you totally can. And that's actually a usable scope. And a very awesome thing about this blaster, unlike some other Elite 2.0 blasters, because you know, Wave 1 of the Elite 2.0 line, you couldn't take most of the Elite 2.0 blasters, which is what from 2020, and then 2021 you could take the flip shots blasters apart, and then 2022. Elite 2.0 is kind of getting better. It's kind of getting to that point where you can open blasters up, which is cool. And I think this is one of, if not the only Elite 2.0 blaster that's worth opening up. Like, this thing does not have any solder molds. It is 100% moddable. And yet, this is the best Elite 2.0 blaster. So, being the best stock Elite 2.0 blaster, while also being the most moddable Elite 2.0 blaster, having the awesome undermounted shotgun, 10 rounds, but it's compatible with any other magazine, bullpup semi-auto blaster for only $42. Heck, it goes on sale sometimes. So, this is my favorite dart blaster of all time. And, you know, the twin shotgun is my favorite, like, dart blaster, but that shoots mega darts. When I'm talking about standard foam darts, this guy never will be beat. And when I mean never, I mean by never. This thing is amazing. Do I recommend you pick up the Motoblitz? Abso-flipping-lutely yes. I have just gushed about this blaster long enough, and the only con I can find about this blaster is, you know, the part about the scope, but hey, you can just put a different scope on. Magazine ain't all that springy, but hey, it works a lot better than the 18 rounders from the Turbine. And yet the fact that this is the only blaster that has this amount of shotgun in it from Nerf, that's very special. And we haven't really seen a whole lot of air blasters, so the fact that they got a air tank that shoots 6 darts at once, that's awesome. So, you know, you got the semi-auto main blaster, and you're mostly going to be using this for accuracy purposes. And I'd say, of course, use these or use these. But I'd actually say for the 6-dart shotgun, I'd actually recommend use Elite darts. Because I know you might say, why? Because these aren't really as accurate as the other two, so why should I bother? Well, it's because this is a shotgun. This shoots 6 darts at once. And say if you got multiple people or just trying to tag out one person, say you're panicking and you want to shoot 6 of these darts, I'd say Elite darts, because if you want to shoot all in one big tight area, these two are pretty good for that. But Elite darts, they're just going to be fishtailing in all directions, and you'll never know where to go. So 6 Elite darts is actually very difficult to dodge. So I'd say waffle head darts for the main blaster, and Elite darts for the shotgun. The semi-auto blaster is a lot of fun to use, and the shotgun is super satisfying. It's also a very fun blaster to use if you just like plinking. And if you don't really care about the shotgun, I'd just say get a Raven or the Halo MA40. But still, I think this is better than both. I mean, come on. I can't recommend this thing enough. This is probably the best blaster Hasbro's ever made this year, and one of the best blasters Hasbro has ever made, period. If you want a Raven with a undermounted shotgun in it that's really useful, can be modded, unlike some of the other Elite 2.0 blasters, even though Elite 2.0 is getting better, which is nice to see. Yes, absolutely pick this up. This blaster does take 4 AA batteries, and if you have fresh AA batteries, the main blaster will fire about 70 to 80, and I've seen some that had fresh AA batteries that only fired 60 or 50, but hey, it's mostly 70 to 80 FPS, which is absolutely amazing for something like this, one of the harder hitting Hasbro blasters. And this fires about 40 to 50 FPS, but it's a 6-dart shotgun, so that is understandable. And I definitely recommend you order this as a Christmas present if this is what you're looking for kids or teenagers or, you know, just any Nerfer. I'd recommend you get the Motoblitz. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Gosh, this thing is so good.